Well, good morning, everyone. Kets and I slept pretty well. I watched that movie, Hard Eyes, last night. I highly recommend it. It was a lot of fun. A lot of people we know from other movies in it. Really good, satirical, fun horror comedy. Definitely enjoy it. Want to add it to my collection. I slept for a good little bit, but then I woke back up. So I just watched some stuff on streaming, did a little bit of video editing, played with the cats. Bimo had the most energy. She was running back and forth in the van while Waddle was just swatting at her. It was a good time watching the cats have fun and get used to all the little nooks and crannies of the van. So now it's time to batten down the van and move up the road. This is how I like it, where the weather's nice and cool. Hopefully during the day it'll start being like this, maybe next month. Then we'll have a more energetic van life where I'll feel like doing stuff during the day more, and I'll be able to maybe get some small projects done. Alright, everything's secured, so now I am basically just going to go back up to that Walmart while it's still nice and cool and chill. I just don't have a reason to stay at Bass Pro now that I'm kind of awake enough, so I don't want to overstay my welcome here. Now with our solar being at 45%, we do need to get as much power off that sun with the minimal amount of usage that we can. Unfortunately, yesterday it got suddenly hot enough that Waddles was starting to pant. The rest of the cats seemed fine, but I got worried, so I went ahead and kicked that AC on. And it took about 30 minutes, but once it finally cooled down in the van enough, Waddles had stopped panting, slept well, has tons of energy. But if you guys know anything, cats can pant when it's hot, but it's not normal for them to pant. So I think Waddles being so big and heavy and furry, it just gets to him more than the other cats. And that's the main reason I've got this air conditioner, is for the cats. You know what I mean? Like, I could sit outside, I could go to a library, I could go to my gym, I could go in the shade, but for the cats, I need to keep them as comfortable as possible. Let's head over to Walmart. There weren't that many overnight stays tonight. You've got that RV there. You've got that camper van that was there when we pulled in last night. And it looks like we got a pickup truck over there. I mean, overall, it looks like just a handful of small vehicles, like pickup trucks and cars. And yeah, there's maybe 6 cars at the most. And then those 2 other ones, the RV and the camper van. So a Friday night, Saturday morning, I'm a little bit surprised. And this is how close the Buc-ee's is, guys. We're just now leaving their parking lot, and you see the Buc-ee's across the street there. So, all right, we're back at Walmart. Man, this weather feels so good right now. I think we're going to pull in this little end spot right here. That way we don't have to worry about anyone parking next to us. We don't call a lot of attention because there's 2 aisles over before they get to the main traffic. And this is where the other boondockers usually post up at night anyway. So I think we're going to post up here. I think I'm going to hook up the Jackery to the TV and the DVD player. And I think I'm going to watch that, I think it's called Woman in the Yard. At least going to have it playing while I'm sitting and chilling. If I pass out and get some sleep, that's fine too. I work tomorrow, so chilling today, trying to let that pinched nerve or whatever it is relax again. If the weather starts cooling down like this, I know it's only because it rained and it's early in the morning, but if by next month especially, if the weather stays cool like this and my pinched nerve lets up, we'll at least go and walk some parks and things like that. That would be nice. I know the cats will love it. All right, let me get this stuff hooked up. Crack this back door again. I just find it makes a big difference if I crack these doors just a little bit, especially when it's cool like this, to get some ventilation. And that's it. Now ready to go to the back. And I pretty much always have these windows cracked about this wide, as long as I'm somewhere I know I can keep an eye on stuff, or that my fellow employees at Walmart can help keep an eye on. Both of them are cracked like that. I do need to take that Windex and clean these windows up, though. We're getting a little hazy. Got little cat nose prints and things like that. Good evening, everyone. Just got done putting the wet cat food down for the cats. We're posted up in our usual spot. If you guys follow the channel, you already know where I'm at tonight. It's my last night until I have to go to work tomorrow. We did pretty much nothing all day today. Humidity was at 83%, so we had to run the air conditioner. It was overcast, so we didn't even start drawing any solar power until noon, and it got pretty spotty 2 hours after that. So between running everything that we needed to run and running the air purifier as a fan off the Jackery and running the Ryobi fan off its battery, we've drained everything pretty low. So we're at somewhere in the neighborhood of like 35% on the lithium. So we're not going to be using it tonight. It's overcast, slightly sprinkling right now, so we shouldn't need it. I put a fresh battery in the Ryobi, so we're just going to run the fan. But we won't be watching anything on the TV tonight because we don't want to kill the juice. So I'll just be chilling here. Now, we did watch some stuff earlier today. As you saw on the TV, I watched Woman in the Yard, and on my phone I had downloaded off my Amazon Prime Love Hurts, and that was a fun movie. And then I just had it set on live TV with some background noise, but I couldn't, it was way too hot, so I couldn't not run the AC, and I didn't want to do anything that would bring more heat into the van, and I didn't want to leave the cats or anything like that. So we pretty much just hunkered down, and we all just laid out and sweated. Actually, we didn't start sweating until toward the end when I set the AC back to fan once it got in the 30s. With the AC running, we felt really good. We just need a way to replenish the batteries more. Like if I had these batteries charged up all the way to 100% before the day started, we would have no problems. So I don't know. I'm still deciding, you know, what's the best option. Is it a generator, a gas generator I can just pick up, one of those cheap ones at Harbor Freight? Will that do it? And then if so, you know, that's a lot of noise. So where am I going to run it without someone coming over and telling me, hey, stop running your generator? DC to DC charger, which I'm not against. I just, like I said, right now it's too hot. I don't want to be outside trying to run that stuff off the battery, especially not knowing what I'm doing. But if a DC to DC charger will work off the system I currently have, that wouldn't be bad, because then I wouldn't feel bad about driving like to the next Planet Fitness or something like that, because I'll also be charging off the system. And then of course I got 300 watts of solar. I got enough room for probably 3 more panels, so that would put me up to 600 watts of solar. Would that be enough? Nowadays I'm wondering, because it seems, you know, especially this time of year, we're starting to get where I'm not getting enough sunlight. I don't know that that would be enough, even after I had the system fully charged up, to keep up with it enough that I wouldn't have to eventually charge back up. Now when it starts cooling down, it'll be different, right? I won't use the air conditioner as much, but right now what we're looking at is, you know, running the air conditioner. I'm falling behind by at least 5% each day of what I can make up, and that's if I'm being, you know, kind of frugal about how I use the AC unit. So if you guys have any answers, or you know, you have something that I haven't thought of, feel free to tell me. But I am literally just going to chill, watch stuff on my phone for the evening. I've had a pretty good amount of sleep, but hopefully when it cools off really cold in a couple hours, I will just lay out and go to sleep again. Like I said, I gotta work tomorrow. I want to go grab a shower at Planet Fitness and all that good stuff. So I hope you guys have a good night.